look good. All right. On the playlist today, we talk about new Pokemon Snap, Game Builder Garage, and more. So stay tuned to Metro Kingdom Radio, and welcome back to the Switch side. Welcome, everyone, to Metro Kingdom Radio, your weekly Nintendo and other fun gaming podcast. It is I, your host, the best by far, It's a me, it's a Johnny, a Playstar. And here with three of my most snappiest co-hosts here tonight. First off, we have ROB the Rob.
Hey, everybody.
We got a Pizza MC Kraus.
Come on, Diamond. Come on, Diamond. Come on, Diamond. Yes. Hello.
And we have a reunion.
Pokemon. I don't know.
So today,
I couldn't think of anything smart.
we're gonna. It's okay as long as you take good pictures, dude. So today we're gonna go and talk about new Pokemon Snap released last Friday, and I think the four of us have actually had a pretty. Like we've all got to experience the game. We've all been playing it, I believe.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think we got lots to talk about. So, first off, show of hands again. I forget, or we say for audio listeners too. Who here has played the original one?
I have.
Okay, so all four of us have. Okay, cool. So we can even.
Well, you didn't raise your hand, Johnny, so I guess we'll have to tell you what it's like. So on the Nintendo 64, there's these controllers.
So new Pokemon Snap, we were pretty excited for this, and I remembered we had a discussion about the last trailer that was shown. I remember Chris was like, I don't know if this is gonna work because it's on rails, and then Rob and Ryu weren't sold and then they showed the overview trailer, and Rob and Ryu were like, I'm getting this game. So now that we all have it.
For me, I watched playthroughs of people playing the last game, and it kind of got me excited. So that's really what sold me on this.
You know what's funny is the trailer, the overview trailer. I like the hype died off, so I wasn't gonna buy it, but everyone else bought it, so I just feel peer pressured. So
peer pressure works.
That it does. So now that we've all been playing it, what do you guys think?
It's good. It's just for me, it's something that I pick up. I'll play for like a half hour now, 45 minutes, and I put it down.
I mean, yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, I felt that way kind of with Pokemon Snap, the original one. So I mean, it's a fun pick up and play game, and it's on rails. So luckily the rails aren't too long.
Yeah, I've noticed it's pretty short.
They made enough changes from the first one that the on rails mechanic kind of works. It's hella charming. I mean, it's got like that Nintendo Pokemon polish. Well, more so than other Pokemon games, in fact, actually.
What games would you be talking about?
Yeah, I guess because it's on rails, they can make the the interactions and behaviors look so much more charming than in like Sword and Shield. But it's not without its flaws. Like it's hard to ask someone who's just like a tangential like Pokemon fan to pay $60 for this experience. But if you are a Pokemon fan, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I've been enjoying the game. I do like a lot of the changes that they've done from the original one to this newer one, and some of them like I didn't realize until I saw someone else playing. Because like my girlfriend was one who actually first started playing it, and then so I was watching her, and she's never played Pokemon Snap before, and so I was watching her play it, and then I was like realizing she was doing things that you couldn't do in the original one, like taking photos without zooming in. I was like, wait, how are you doing that? So that kind of tripped me out. But yeah, there's a lot of like cool things in here. What's up, Rob?
Or being able to throw things while zoomed in.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Do that before.
Yeah, you couldn't. No, you couldn't. I was tripping out too when I was doing it. I was like, wait a second, how am I able to throw these apples, these fluff fruit? It was on accident.
Yeah, there's a Hoot Hoot challenge on. I don't know if that's the first level. I think it is the nature park. There's a Hoot Hoot challenge, and that was when I discovered it. I was like, oh crap, like this is nice. I was like, because at first I was like, how am I supposed to get that picture when it happens so quickly?
Out, right?
Yeah, when his foot sticks out.
Yeah.
And then, but then all of a sudden, it's like I had it, and I just pushed the button to see what would happen, and it worked. And I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
It's great how I mean, I know that Game Freak isn't necessarily Nintendo, but we didn't get a sequel until like it was like something they could say it was something more innovative. It actually feels almost like a reboot more than a sequel. So I mean, it kind of is. They don't even talk about Todd. Like I don't think Todd's even canon in this. In
No,
this
he
one.
is. You haven't gotten that far, I guess.
Oh, really? Okay.
Spoilers.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Spoilers.
But still, like it feels like a whole new game. Like it's not just Pokemon Snap with more Pokemon. Like it actually they did a lot of great stuff with the gameplay.
Well, now that it's out there, can I ask Robin, Chris, how did you guys react when you first saw Todd again?
I feel like I expected him. Maybe I guess if he wasn't in previews, then it was just
He
regular
wasn't.
expectation. I don't know.
No, he
or
wasn't.
in like Reddit, maybe someone
No,
must have talked about him.
maybe, but there was nothing about Todd like previous to that I know. So not
How
unless
far in is Todd?
Maybe
Not
an
very.
hour.
I
second
mean,
level, I believe,
Oh, I've only played like the first level. I think
or
so.
second or third level, I believe. Like, yeah,
but
you get.
I mean, it was. I remember it was like he's not only a character from the first game; he's in the anime,
Mm-hmm.
and so like I guess assumed that he would be in this.
Oh, yeah, I had no idea. I thought they were just gonna. I thought it was gonna be one of those things where they just kind of hint at him, like they'll just make certain references to him, but they'll never actually say his name. Kind of like with Professor Oak, how
Yeah,
they'll say
yeah.
like a certain Pokemon professor, like that's what they'll say. So I thought we were gonna get that. We were gonna be like, yeah, this one guy from before.
They
But
did do
no.
that with Professor Oak. Like I think or one of the professor's friends they referenced in the beginning
Mm-hmm.
who made the camera or the vehicle or something.
Yeah, they're talking about Professor Oak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I was. I think I had Todd spoiled for me, so I wasn't
Yeah.
too surprised.
Yeah,
Like it was just, I was just, I was like, okay, it's Todd. That's cool.
I tripped out because I was like, oh, because I had no expectations of Todd showing up, and so when he showed up, I was like, oh, Todd. And then
Well, I'm glad he's in it because like
he's
Rita
older, too.
is so
Dude,
lifeless.
Rita.
She's so lifeless. Every time they stare at me, like in first person, I'm just like, you want my soul? Like,
Am I the only one that thought that they used the Pikachu voice actress for Rita?
Huh.
Or does she come in and say and start her first conversation with a Pika? Because I swear,
Rita,
like I just hear
Too.
Pikachu from her.
there is a Pikachu like voice somewhere in the intro, so maybe that's what it was. But
Yeah, it's funny because I would have set mine to English, but then since I've been playing on my girlfriend's save
Oh
file,
yeah, mine is
she
set
has
to
it in Japanese. Yeah, hers is Japanese too. So I don't know what they would say in English.
can you
I
do
forgot that I did
You
that.
can switch it.
can you do English subtitles with Japanese voice?
Yeah.
Well, it would have.
Nice.
Well, yeah. I
So
mean,
the text is in English and the audio is all Japanese, or when they talk,
Sweet,
it's
I am
Japanese.
changing it.
That's how I set mine up.
I mean, yeah, because like when they chime in during the like your expeditions too, like it's all in English, but then it'll have Japanese voices. Yeah. So this game is cool. Here's a pro tip though. I didn't know that we could change the camera speed because man, the cursor speed is so slow. I was like, man, this is so slow, and I didn't know that. Because I just assumed, because this is Game Freak that we're talking about, that they wouldn't allow us to change the camera speed.
I'm so surprised. What kind of gamer doesn't go to the settings for the very first thing you do before you play the game?
They even say it though.
A
like, in the
gamer who's
settings.
used to playing Pokemon games where they don't really let you change
Actually,
things.
they do say it.
Yeah,
right,
They
they
tell
do.
you like during the tutorials that
Oh,
everything's based
see, I
on
didn't
default
get to
and
play
all
that because it
You were
was
just too eager to play, right? You're like, hey.
no, because it was my girlfriend playing it, and so I walked in like while she was on her like second or third like run of the park, the first level, and then that's when she like tossed me the controller and she's like play, and I'm just like, oh okay. Like,
So you're not playing your own game?
I'm playing
Sounds
it
like
on
a
her
Nintendo
save
commercial.
file. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm playing on her save file, so it's not on. Like, I don't even have a save file, so yeah. It's kind of been kind of like a couples thing, like we just play it together type of thing. So then we kind of like see everything for the first time together. Like whenever we find a new level, it's like we won't play it unless like the other person's there. so we can like see all the new Pokemon or all the new events.
Oh,
and
you're
stuff.
spoiling stuff for me with this video right now.
Oh, this is their trailer. So
I mean, I avoided
no.
the trailer on purpose.
Oh,
It's okay.
sorry.
It's okay.
Don't
It's all
watch the
good.
live stream. Yeah. So, yeah. So Pokemon Snap is pretty cool. I will say though, I also appreciate the using the right stick for one thing, which is totally something you didn't have in the original game. So then like you can use them both in tandem to like get that perfect shot or to move the
It speeds it up.
camera faster. Yeah, and then I also appreciate the D-pad being able to do a complete 180. Like
what? You can do a complete one. I've been getting like motion sickness on that, like
yeah. You
turning
can push
around.
the D-pad to like I believe it's down, and you'll do like a complete 180, and then if you push left or right, you'll like it's an automatic 90-degree like turn.
Nice.
Yeah. So I've been utilizing that.
Those are quality of life, which is great. I mean, we need that in how many years has it been? 20 years or something?
Yeah.
But there are some actual new mechanics, you know, that increase the variety, that increase the amount of interactions. So before we had was it called Fluff Fruit before as well?
It was no, they were just called. I think they were just apples.
Yeah,
I think they just straight up called them apples. Yeah.
Okay. Well, now they're more PC. Well, we want to tell you that they're fluffy, so we're not hurting the Pokemon.
I mean, the name
apples.
Fluff Fruit doesn't sound very PC to me. Let me tell you.
Oh well.
This was a time before Poffins. So
this is not a time. Poffins exist right now. Like they could have easily just made them Poffins.
No, I mean like for the original Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, I mean the original Pokemon Snap they had Pester Balls, which we don't have in here.
Pester Ball.
Yeah, but then those would kind of hurt the Pokemon. So
in
pester the
that,
Pokemon, okay?
In addition to that, which is you can drop the fruit in front of them to see them feed on it, or you can hit them in the head and see them how they interact, wake them up or something like that. There's also now Illumina orbs.
Illumina orbs, yep.
So fun to say.
Cool. Well, it's hard to say, but it adds another mechanic. I won't go too much into it, but it's another interaction, and you can get the Pokemon to glow and do different things depending on the environment.
There's so many triggers with those stupid orbs.
So many triggers, which is great. Which is great.
Yeah.
There's playing a melody. Was there Poke Flute in the past one?
Poke Flute was in
so
there.
It's similar to that, I guess. And you can see them dancing along, or some of them would wake up or get mad and run away. I feel like there's one more.
The scan, which is a completely new thing.
Yeah.
And the scan like also can help wake up Pokemon because they'll like react to the sound.
Yeah. And so just those four alone, with all the different types of Pokemon and how the Pokemon are interacting with each other, it ends up being quite a bit of different interactions. So one of the things I wanted to call out was that the levels are really short. They're like 3 minutes, I think. They're super short. But because of those interactions and because it's short, it actually feels like it's a good pace. Like you'd want to just keep playing levels over and over.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like a chore because it's like, oh, I missed that. Well, I can play the level again, you know?
Yeah. On top of that, how many levels have you guys unlocked so far? 5? Okay.
I literally just started playing it today. So
okay, when you say levels, are you talking about like islands or
let's go with completely new courses.
Okay, completely new courses. 7?
There's 7.
Okay. I think I think I'm around 8 right now, and I don't think I'm done. And on top of that, each of them have variations. So there's like day 1, day 2, night 1, night 2.
I believe there's a total of
10 courses.
10 like unique courses.
Areas.
And then each one of them have like, most of them have day night.
Most of them have day night. Each of the day nights have different variations, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And in between each variation, the ones that do spawn, there's some randomization, I think, in between them. And so it ends up being quite a bit. I mean, it doesn't seem like a ton of content, but it ends up being pretty like the amount of combinations are pretty endless.
Yeah, because like you would think like you say the word like, oh yeah, there's 9 like unique levels, but then you don't realize you have to take in consideration that some have day and night, and then each one of those, even the day and night, have different research levels. And so like the research levels like mix up the like the events, the scenes, the Pokemon and everything. So like there's always something different. Like it's crazy. Which something the original game didn't have. And so yeah, it's
Yeah.
really cool. I'm like, and how do you guys like the new mechanic of having the different like star levels for
Okay,
the
so this is
Pokemon?
actually
I
great
like
for
that.
replayability. I
Yeah,
believe in the past there was only one
yeah.
rating per Pokemon,
Hmm.
but now so there's up to 4 different star level. Well, there's 4 different star levels for every Pokemon. It's kind of arbitrary, but like the different behaviors, the rarer the behavior, the more stars it is.
Hmm.
And every time you do a level, you can only submit 1 picture per Pokemon
That's
per
annoying.
species, which is like really annoying.
It is.
Like if you get like a Pikachu doing 3 different cool poses, you have to choose between one of them and then submit that for your photo decks.
Hmm.
So it ends up kind of elongating your gameplay just because you have to go back and get those other ones.
Hmm.
But I mean, it also makes it more interesting because there's like you want to get those different interactions and behaviors, and you don't know how. So it's pretty cool. It's perfect for the spirit of Pokemon and like collecting.
Hmm. Yeah, it's yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot to do. Although I'm not entirely fond of the whole like one submission per Pokemon type of deal, because
Yeah,
that
it's
does get really
frustrating.
annoying, right? Because sometimes you'd be like, man, I don't know if I'll be able to recreate that shot I just got with like Bulbasaur or something, and it's like because now I have to play through the level again, and then hopefully I could get that 2-star shot because I decided to submit a 3-star shot instead.
Well, yeah, you got to do it that way though, because the 3-star is supposed to be harder to get.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Usually just choose the harder one. Although there've been times where like I didn't realize I was missing a 1-star with certain Pokemon because I was too busy submitting like the 2, 3s, and 4s. That I was like, oh, that's right. I need to do a 1-star for like this, Mantine or something.
you
Yeah.
take this.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. I really enjoy. I'm really enjoying it. Like the variety of Pokemon in here too. I think they made a lot of smart choices. Mixing old and new, and
They really start the first level with some fan favorites. You can see Pichu and Grookey playing like within the first like 5 seconds of the first course.
mm-hmm.
There's some good
And
ones.
then even just ones that are just like not entirely fan favorites, but it's like they put them in there like the Buffalons. I was just like, you guys, you easily could have just put Tauros here, but you didn't. Like you went for Buffalon. Like I don't know how many people prefer
Well,
that, but it's cool.
right. Maybe people recognize it from Detective Pikachu.
Oh, that's right.
Also, I really like how this game just reminds me how much I would love to be a photographer, but not have to use my legs to walk around.
Not have to use your legs.
And not be put in dangerous situations to get like these animals.
I mean, it's like a safari. You can go to Africa and do this, right?
Yeah.
On rails.
On rails. Hey, you could actually, right? Because you're on like a Jeep or something.
Yeah.
So
speaking of photographs, the other aspect here, obviously 20 years ago, social media and online gaming didn't exist. It's 2021, and for Nintendo, online gaming still barely exists.
Mm-hmm.
But they did implement a sharing feature and stickers and filters and all this stuff. And it's pretty cool. Have you guys tried it out where you can mess with your photos and put them on like your profile page?
I haven't because I was just so obsessed with trying to just unlock all the levels and and collect everything that I was just like I didn't even focus at all. I will say though, because I wanted to try to like grab the Instax mini printer. I tried to because I guess I had missed it when the pre-orders went live for the Pikachu ones. Yeah, and so I was just looking around and like I was just trying to find one that wasn't the bland like white color that I can buy, and like they're sold out everywhere. Like
I mean,
us. Even in stores.
It's not out yet. Like the pre-order, like you said, I missed it too, and it's been up like 3 times. But there's still a chance to get it before launch or at launch.
Yeah, which is when? Do you know?
End of May. I don't know a date, but end of May.
Okay. Yeah, because I was just looking for just like even the standard one, like the.
I think they're in stock at Best Buy or Target or something.
No, that's the thing, and I looked it up today because I was trying to buy one, maybe surprise someone with it, and I don't think she's
They're
watching.
out of stock.
But yeah, and so like I was looking and there was none around me that not unless you wanted the white one. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, nah, I want either the pink one or the blue one. Yeah, but like they're all sold out like everywhere around me except
Yeah,
for
it's
white.
sold out right now.
Yeah.
I have both of the tabs open. I've had them open for like a couple weeks now and just refresh every here and there. No, they're not.
Yeah, so it's starting to make me think that like maybe a bunch of people really did buy these with Pokemon Snap and with the announcement of the app.
Oh, the
Well,
Instax?
Yeah, the Instax
I
app.
bought one.
Yeah.
Where did you get it?
I bought it at Target like the day after we talked about it.
Oh, well, you
I wanted
bought
to make sure
that.
I had
Okay.
it.
The Pikachu one sold
Oh, the
out pretty
Pikachu
much
one.
like within like 30 seconds.
Well, I'm talking about just the
stuff on
standard
Amazon.
ones too. The standard ones are sold out everywhere too.
I've seen the standard ones in stock for a while. Like I've hovered over it and I'm like, I'll wait.
Yeah, because like I do kind of want to just grab the Pikachu one. So
Yeah,
hopefully.
definitely.
But yeah, so I haven't really had a chance. I've seen other people's. I saw like this one with like a Bidoof, and he was like wearing sunglasses and he has like a white hat, and I was just like, oh my god, this is great.
There's a lot of good ones, honestly.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
I've seen
and when you go onto that feature to look at other people's posts, they are careful about spoilers. So if you haven't ridden that route yet, it'll block it off, and you can click on it and it'll say, you know, heads up, you haven't ridden this route. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Do they block off all the naughty ones too, like all the?
I haven't seen anything yet, so probably
no Onyxes or.
Well, I'm not spoiling it for you, Rio, of what Pokemon you're going to see.
Helix.
I mean, theoretically, it should be pretty easy to do that because there are eyeball stickers, and then there are eyebrow stickers. So if you rotate, anyway, it's possible.
Are their noses? Yeah. So, but yeah, I've been enjoying the game a lot. I think it's pretty good. I mean, I can kind of see why some people would say that it's not worth like a $60 price tag, but I don't know. I think it's polished enough that it should be worth $60.
It's definitely to really do everything and knock everything off. It's really a minimum like 30 hours.
Yeah,
maybe more.
I think there's a lot of content.
Yeah, it's fleshed out. It's just a lot of people won't see it because all they're seeing is going through the same thing, doing the same motions. But it's there. There's enough there to keep you entertained.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's there's a lot of content because of all the different mechanics and the different areas in each level. The gameplay is samey, you know, throughout from the beginning to the end. It's relatively samey, but it's unique. Like you can't really find any other game like this right now, or ever. People just don't do these games. So if you're interested in it, it's probably like there's not really an alternative out there.
Also, like I really like the interface that they have. Like it's really simple, and like I don't know, so stuff like that goes a long way. You know, I don't like to make it a chore just to start a game. It's pretty. I think they really had that pick up and play. Like they really had a handheld mentality with this game.
I do like some like there's a lot of memes coming out with it too, and I think one of my favorite ones I saw was one that you guys would appreciate. It's like Professor Mirror and Rita talking, and then like in the window behind them you see Homer yelling, going, "Will you two shut up? So some of us are trying to snap here." And I was just like, yeah, it's kind of true though, because sometimes they get a little too talky, a little too talkative at times.
I pretty much just click straight through it. They actually. Honestly, they don't talk as much as I thought they would, though. Like when I first saw them, I was like, "Oh boy, here we go." I didn't know I bought a JRPG, but here we go. And then, you know, but they're not too bad.
I mean, once they shut up, they pretty much shut up. They don't talk as much.
They're pretty straight to the point. Yeah. It's very Godzilla versus Kong dialogue. You know, just everything's straight to the point.
I haven't seen it, so I don't get the reference. But
you haven't seen Godzilla versus Kong?
Jeez.
So here's an example of you can see the googly eyes in the corner.
Oh.
Scorbunny.
And that's Scorbunny. And then some of the cool filters. Hold on, let me see if I can find one right there. Hold on. Can you see can you tell what that is?
Oh, is that a Heracross?
It's a pincer.
Fighting pincer.
Yeah, basically, nice. What's that move called?
Guillotine?
Suplex?
Or Either guillotine
Spearing.
or
He's spearing Heracross.
fissure.
Filter.
Horn attack.
Yeah. Horn attack.
Mega horn.
Mega horn.
Yeah.
I think only
But-
Heracross knows Mega horn though. It's not
Yeah, here
Pinsir
I
doesn't know
think
it.
Pinsir is the one that knows guillotine, right? Or is there
No,
someone else?
a lot of Pokemon can learn guillotine.
I was referring to the wrestling move. He's spearing him.
Oh.
That's not a move in Pokemon games, Chris.
No.
Spear.
Should be.
It should be though. You're right. It should. Well, tackle is one. So
Tackle.
I
He's
guess.
tackling him.
I
Yeah.
swear Pinsir looks like a Gen 3 Pokemon. That's how ugly Pinsir is.
Pinsir is terrifying when you really think about it. With how big he is, if that thing was
His
like a
freaking
real
mouth.
thing, yeah.
Can
Especially
you see it
Mega.
eat too? Ugh.
Yeah. Have you seen Mega Pinsir? That thing's terrifying.
I'm
You want to be
good.
scared of a Pinsir? Look at him. Search up Mega Pinsir.
Is Pinsir a bug type?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, it flies! Oh,
Yeah, but-
Rob looked it up.
At least the color changed, right? Like,
I'm gonna put Mega Pinsir up on the
Mega Pooper. See here.
Mega Pinsir up on our live stream here. Yeah.
Have you guys I guess like a last thing on this, have you guys had any favorite interactions or surprises of Pokemon in the game yet?
Man, tons. There's like too many to mention. I know
one.
like I'll get like there's so many of them, but I'll spoil one. Sorry, Ryu. So
Oh, I don't
in
care.
in like the desert level, like I was really like happy when I was throwing like apples into like the sand pools, and then the stupid Trapinches pop
Yeah,
out, and the
yeah.
way that they run are so cute, and then I was like, oh, Trapinch, and then like later on when you go to like the nighttime version of it, then like Flygon shows up, and I was like, oh my god, because I love Flygon, so he's like one of my favorite dragon types. So
Yeah.
when I
Flygon
saw
Gen?
that, I was like,
Cool.
sweet, yeah.
Flygon Jin, yeah.
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 Yeah, so like I mean, I'm sure I'm going to be I'm hoping that I can be more surprised, since I have like maybe one or two more levels left to go through, so like I'm waiting for those. But
What about you, Rob?
like my favorite.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the whole. I'm sorry, Ryu, but the
I
Onyx
don't-
on the desert level. The Onyx like has so far. That's like one of my favorite parts.
mhm.
It was really good.
There's just so much going on. That desert level is probably one of my favorites, even though like I thought it would be one of the water levels, but just a lot of the stuff that you're able to see on the desert level was really cool.
Mhm.
I like the one where Flygon Jin meditates, but then he gets killed right afterwards. I'm like, what was the point of the meditation? You should have used calm mind, stupid.
He needed the higher ground, that's all.
Yeah. But that's how freaking Darth Maul died. He has the higher. I don't even know. I don't care anymore.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know. Is it too early for us to try to give like a score of new Pokemon Snap, or I don't think it's early enough because I feel like we've played it enough, except for maybe Ryu.
I'm already satisfied, to be honest. Like, it's pretty much what I wanted out of a Pokemon Snap game. Like, it's is there things they could improve on? I'm sure I'll find some more complaints,
Absolutely,
but
yeah.
like, it's more than innovative enough. It's more than it lives up to its name. It's a new Pokemon Snap game. It's not like just a Pokemon Snap 2, whatever.
Are you praising its name?
What's that?
That's like the worst part of this is the naming.
name.
convention.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. You guys want to try to give it a score or no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Go for it.
What would you? I mean, I think I probably, because I'm kind of biased because I love Pokemon and I like really enjoyed Pokemon Snap 1, and I'm enjoying this one. I might have to side with IGN on this one, and I think I might give it an 8 out of 10.
That's what it's feeling for me right now. Also, even though I've only played a couple of.
Yeah, because I think they were one of the ones who rated it the highest, right?
Oh, really?
I think so.
Really?
Interesting. You think
I
it would
could
be
look
the
it
other way
up.
around?
I'll look it up. Let's see. I could be wrong.
I
So
would
an
say-
8 is the highest score for this game right now.
I'd say it's.
Wow.
I'm expecting more.
It's the average of high scores is probably like 8 to 8.5, maybe
I would
9.
expect.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think
we're gonna go to the best source, Metacritic.
Yeah.
I mean, they have it's on average 80. So,
okay.
yeah, I guess it's not the highest one. I mean, there's other places that are giving it higher, but I don't know if they're like
Legitimate.
they're not at the same level as IGN, but they are like Screen Rant, .com 90%, Hobby Consoles 84, Twinfinite 80. So it is just around that that level.
You know what'd be cool is if because there's a new Pokemon Snap game that has like the same like MIDI vocal instruments that New Super Mario Brother has. It's like, bop, ba, da, ba, bop,
Oh yeah,
bop,
look at
bop,
this
bop,
Destructoid
bop.
and Game Informer 85. So yeah,
Ooh.
it's around that.
Game Informer, they're pretty tough with the reviews. I'm not I'm you know that's actually really good to get an 85 from Game Informer, especially if you're a camera game on rails like
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, I think they're giving you what you would expect and what you want out of a Pokemon Snap game. Like, how much better can they get, really? Unless they really change the formula and make it so it's not on rails. And so, like, I don't know. This type of game can't get a 90. It's like kind of impossible. But it's doing everything it aims to do pretty well. And so I'd say, yeah, at least an 8.
There's also kind of a charm to it being on rails. I'm not really sure what it is, but there's something about it that's kind of charming for it to be on rails, especially when there's alternate routes and different like night and day cycles and all that.
Mhm.
So.
But it's not for everyone. Maybe that
Really isn't.
It's,
Yeah.
like it could easily be like a 60 or 70 for a lot of people. That's the thing.
Yeah, if you're not, especially you're not a Pokemon fan.
Mm-hmm.
It's either like
if you're not a Pokemon fan, if you have no interest in taking pictures of things, then it's not for you.
You're only gonna play if it hits the spot. Like if it scratches that itch, then that's the only reason you would play it.
And that's really why I can only play it for like 45 minutes, an hour now.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like it's a little bit too repetitive, or you missed that one shot you were going in for, and it's just like
Throw your Switch down.
done. Yep.
Yeah, I would be worried if anyone here played it over 45 minutes. I'd probably like call the doctor or something.
Well, I mean,
I played
first
hours
weekend
at a time, so
yeah.
Yeah, but you played it with your girlfriend. Like
that's true.
That's 2 people. 2 times 45 is an hour and a half.
Yeah, I did most of the playing though, so I mean, it's like,
actually, it's a good point. If there are any gaming couples out there, this is a pretty good game for a gaming couple, like a non-multiplayer game where you're just taking turns, and because like it's cool to see the Pokemon and their behaviors, but it's also like better if you're laughing with somebody,
You're watching Pokemon while watching your partner just fail at photography.
It's like Backseat Drive.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Plus, it makes a game like this is perfect for just handing the controller back and forth.
It is.
So like, and that helps. In my opinion, I think that helps the playability, especially playing in the later the end game, because
it gets grindy.
Yeah.
Something we didn't talk about. You need to gain experience in order to unlock like the new areas, and later on it does get a little difficult.
Yeah.
You don't even know what to do anymore, because the score-based system it's only what you're inputting into the photo decks gets points, and so if your score isn't as good as what your last photo was, you don't get any points for that round, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's lame.
Well,
yeah, but there's a lot of ways to get points. I mean, like we said, there's four different poses per Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like you'll find them eventually.
I mean, those later levels, man, where it's a grind.
Yeah. Pretty much, if you don't have much free time and you're single, don't buy this game.
I will say though, what are you talking about? If you're single and have free time, buy this game. You know how many stupid photos you can get?
Free time.
I mean, dang, what was I gonna say? Dang it, Ryu, your jokes have derailed me.
Derailed? Hey.
All right, so yeah. Any last words about new Pokemon Snap before we move on to the next topic?
How would you guys rate it, Rob and Chris?
An 8.
Yeah, solid 8's pretty good.
Yeah, I think solid 8's all around. Cause it's good, but it's like it's not for everyone.
I think if you're not a Pokemon fan, it's probably like a 6.
Oh, I will say, okay, if you are kind of stuck and like you feel like you're not unlocking any levels, just do what I did and look up how, because you'd be kind of surprised.
Dude. We've talked about this, me and my wife, and that's like the only thing we're trying to avoid doing because it's so it would be so easy once you look it up.
Yeah, but it's difficult though because some of this stuff is so tricky. Like,
It's very hard.
yeah, and you only get such a small opening to try to make it happen that it's like.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, that's one other thing.
I need to know.
There's a long list of like requests or like kind of like achievements, basically requests, and they'll be so small, like, oh, this Pokemon's always asleep. I wonder why. And then you go to that and you take pictures of it sleeping. You wake it up and you take pictures. You throw the balls at it and you take pictures, and none of that unlocks the quest. It's like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this sleeping Pokemon? Yeah. And so some are super easy and some are just like you have no idea.
Well, what can you give us like any vague hints into like, you know, if someone's stuck at a area, like is there something?
No.
Just keep throwing
because it's all different. It's all different situations. Scan everything, throw everything.
Throw the Illumina orbs at every single flower. Sometimes there's like
sometimes even throw it more than once.
And sometimes you have to like light them all up at the same time. Like
okay.
And like what Rob said, you can throw while you're zoomed in, and that helps a lot, especially with the Illumina orbs, because sometimes those flowers will be a little far, so zooming in will really help.
And there's a freaking sorry Ryu, but there's a freaking Vespiquen on that first level.
Oh, not Vespiquen. Why did you?
And it's like,
damn.
And I don't know how. I never would have known. And it's just such a random thing to get it. Oh, actually, there's a mythic / legendary Pokemon hiding on that level too. I only know how to do it because I watched a video. Like if I hadn't watched that video, I wouldn't know how to do it.
What research level you need to be to get that?
Probably 3.
Yeah, is it probably 3? Okay, I don't know because I haven't tried.
The moment when you unlock a quest or a task, whatever they're called, that says that there's a Pokemon that's hiding in the flower field, like hiding and crying, I think that's it.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm so glad I somehow tuned out on that last part, so that worked out for me. I was just like, what?
Well, that's cool. All right. I think. Oh, what's up?
Yep.
If you guys have like a computer, laptop, iPad, whatever, you can play this game while watching TV. It's definitely like it's repetitive. So, but it's fun, right? Like, but we actually put like a light TV show on the background when we play. I think that's like the best way for this.
Friends running in the background.
Check it out, guys. New Smoke a Bong Dank. Definitely one of the top games that came out this week.
So, in the next quick update that we're gonna talk about quickly before we move on to the other I guess bigger news is Super Mario Party has an online play update. So random, you know, like 2 years. 2 years too late type of thing. I don't know. It's really random, but I'm glad that it's there. But it's just like I feel like at this point I'm already Mario Partied out with this game in particular, just because it's like I kind of want new boards and everything. Because I don't know. It's like it's interesting.
The mini games I'm not Mario Partied out. The boards I am.
Yeah.
The boards I'm bored of. So if they brought like 2 new boards, like I would love to go back to that world. Love to go back to play those exact same games. That's fine. They're good games.
They're good, but yeah, the boards, man. Especially because this game only had 4, which kind of trips me out because most Mario Parties like have at least 5 or 6. So it was really weird that there's only 4 in this one, and so. I don't know. I mean, I want to like try to play this again, but it's like I played so much of this with my siblings that I'm already kind of like I'm good.
There's 70 new mini games, right?
Yeah.
And so that's
70.
I mean, that's in base game. It's not from this update. Like correction.
What do you mean?
They didn't add new mini games to this.
I thought they did.
No, this online update is just so you can play games online. That's it. Like you can play this game, like the full game online. That's all. That's all this is. Because originally you could only just do minigame rush, I believe, and online, and there was only like 12 mini games that you can choose from the list. But then this one, it's everything. Like you can do board game, like you can do all 70 mini games, like all of this. Like basically the game is unlocked for online play.
Oh,
That's all this is. That's all this update is.
That's funny how I
silly.
misread it that way too. It's I don't know the
No.
way it was
That's-
worded or
that's
something.
really silly.
Yeah, they just say 70 because originally you can only do 12.
Wow, what? How
Yeah.
did, that's so.
Dumb.
And you couldn't do it in
Stupid.
board mode. So, yeah. That's why. That's the reason why like they try to make it like a big note. Like 70 now, guys.
I'm surprised they didn't try and re-release it, like, and make money off of it.
That's very true. This is really poorly timed if they wanted to maximize revenue.
Yeah, especially because like they should have like been, well, first it should have been base game, and two, they should have just rushed this out the moment the pandemic hit, because imagine, because like everything's starting to open up a little bit more, people are vaccinated, but like back then, like last year, this would have been perfect, you know what I mean, like because everyone would have just been stuck at home and playing some
think-
Mario Party.
Getting this now is Nintendo rushing it out. That's how slow they are.
Yeah, it's as sad as it is to say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still want to play though.
Interesting. So I'm reading this right here. 10 of the 80 minigames in Super Mario Party are not supported by online play, and then they actually list them all. So I guess it's not all of them. It's just most of them. Because I guess the base game has
Yeah,
80
it's-
mini games, but like some of them, I guess they couldn't translate to it because some of them like really requires local play.
Yeah. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Oh, you can also, if I read it correctly, you can also do only all single player on one console, like 4 people or 3 people with all their own consoles,
Hmm.
or 2 people and 2 people on the same console. You can't do 2, 1, 1
Yeah.
for some weird reason.
2-1-1.
Yeah. You
Wait.
can't do 2 people on one console, 1 person on one console, and 1 person on another.
Oh, I get you. Yeah, it's a weird Nintendo like Switch thing. It's a weird Switch thing. It has something to do with how the Switch is only like capable of doing outgoing like one way. So it has to be like the way that it pairs up. You can't like mix it up like that. It's a really really weird thing. That's why like if you notice in Mario Kart, like if you try to do 2 players online like from the same console, like you can't use like separate Joy-Cons like in each hand type of thing. Like you have to play it Joy-Con sideways, or if both of you have a Pro controller. Like it's
But,
yeah,
but you could do 3 players with 2 and 1, which is
oh,
weird.
I see. But you can't do 4 with. Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess 4 is like kind of like the limit or the max or past the max. Maybe 3 is the limit,
Yeah, I think 3 is the limit.
You could do 4 individuals.
That is really weird, huh? Everybody go get yourself a Switch.
Hey, yourself a Pro controller.
Oh yeah. All right, but yeah, I mean, at least they're releasing something. Like at least we're now having this online. So if ever I feel like dusting off my Super Mario Party cartridge and getting some Mario Party in, I know Chris, you were saying that maybe we could try to do that, and maybe we could. Maybe
I'd be
we could.
down. Although
And do
now
it-
that I
maybe
think
do
of
a
it,
stream
if they're
of it.
still gonna invest in mobile games, I think Super Mario Party would be great for a mobile game.
Yeah.
That is perfect. I didn't even think
They
about
really
that.
should.
They really should.
The-
That would be
And
really
like
good.
you wouldn't even have to worry about like I don't know. I mean, I guess yeah, I mean you could just use the touchscreen, right? Like you don't really need buttons or
Any
analogs.
controls or anything, no.
If anything, it's safer for your hand if you don't have to use the analog.
Yeah, no
Oh,
more.
blister, no.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and move on to our next big topic of the day. Something that Nintendo actually just announced today, and it is kind of like out of left field, but it's kind of cool. So it's called Game Builder Garage Nintendo X programming. So it's very similar to like the Labo programming that they had.
It's
when-
exactly that same thing.
Yeah,
But
but it's like
better.
it's more
They cut and
fleshed
paste.
out.
Way
It's-
better.
Yeah, it's like better, more fleshed out, and so like they're legit just gonna build a whole game around this, and I think this is cool because you know, like this could work for, especially for kids who are very interested in making their own games. Like, I mean, Super Mario Maker is already like a good step in that direction, but now this one is like, now it's going to get to teach kids how to program, which I think is awesome because, I mean, at least for those who are like interested enough, because I used to play, I used to like program when I was a kid too. So it's really cool. Like I really like this idea, and so, I kind of want to see like all the things that will come out of it. Although like it's not going to be like Dreams, right? That's the one on PlayStation, right? Am I getting that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one where if you look at pretty much any game or movie, they've recreated it in there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like what were some like PT is made in there, and that space game anyway.
Yeah.
Pretty much
like
anything.
Mario 64. I think it's crazy.
Did they?
Yeah, but PlayStation, like Sony took down anything that had like anything that looked like Mario. They deleted it, or they would delete it because I guess because Nintendo got upset.
all those Mario games were made by Ken Kutaragi. He's just like, dang it, one day.
Yeah, when this garage game was announced on Twitter, DMCA was trending because of Nintendo constantly taking things down, and this is like their answer to it. Make it in our own system.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people going like, if you won't do the like, they have like a picture of
Then
someone holding like F-Zero, and he goes, if you're not gonna do it, Nintendo, then I will. They have Game Builder Garage.
It's gonna be F-Zero, but with like, Phallic decals on every card.
Little like robots and blocks. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like too because it kind of reminds me of WarioWare DIY. I don't know if any of you played that, because I remember playing that. I would make my own little mini games in there too. So, yeah, this is gonna be really cool. Oh, were you gonna say, Ryu?
I was gonna say the exact same thing. It's just it feels like a creative WarioWare, like that DIY, or was it DIY?
Yeah, DIY.
Yeah.
The trailer, the end of the trailer at least, there's a lot of variation. Like it's hard to understand how they made those different art styles. There's like a shmup game. There's a card game like poker style. There's a fighting game. So it looks like it's pretty varied.
It's gonna get robust.
I just wish that it had speaking of robust, I wish it had a robust online sharing feature. I don't think it's going to. I think they said that you can only do sharing via codes, which is kind of annoying.
Well, they said you can you upload it online, and then you have to share the codes. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, that is kind of weird.
Well, I'm glad because in the beginning it just looked like that one like robot art style, but like I was really worried because I was just like, man, if this is to me like that type of, if you can't customize the way it looks, then I was really worried. But by the end, like you see all those different designs, it makes me wonder like, what type of like art is going to be made from a lot of artists.
What assets are in there, right? Like, it's not pulling from anything else besides in game.
Well,
like,
if you see too, they have like, it looks like they're a sprite drawer, like a sprite maker.
There's a sprite drawer, but then there's like Geometry Wars, which is like such a different freaking art style than everything else there.
Maybe you can make 3D objects by like putting different objects together.
Maybe as a modeler,
Yeah, like a modeler. I think that might be able to work.
Pretty cool.
I think this would be a great start for Super Mario 3D Maker, but I mean, this is like a stepping stone almost. Like I think we're almost there to like. I wouldn't be surprised if we got like a Super Mario 3D Maker one day.
What other 3D games would need a maker?
I think it would just be 64. Like it would just
Mario?
be 64. Like
That would be it.
The customizable 64.
Trying to think of like
somewhere.
I know. I'm trying to think of like what there was something I was gonna say, but I had forgotten. What were you gonna say, Chris?
Some of my favorite Mario levels in Mario Maker were the curated ones from like different video game designers and Nintendo designers. So I hope they have like a bunch of those. But again, if it's only code based and you can't just go to like featured levels or featured games, then it's it's gonna be a frustrating experience, I think.
Yeah, what I hope for, but after you mentioned the whole code system, I don't think is going to happen is because there's this one game / app called RPG Maker. Have you guys ever
Yeah.
heard of
Oh
this
yeah,
one?
yeah.
Yeah, so like they have one like it's on the Switch too, but it's on basically any console you can think of, like mobile phone as well. And so
It's
what
super old. RPG Maker
what
is hell old.
yeah, but they like have a like brand new one, like updated one. And
Oh,
so
okay.
and I remember the one on PC from like way back when.
Yeah.
I used to like play. I used to make stuff on there too. Yeah. So, what's really cool about it is you don't need to own RPG Maker to play any RPG Maker made games that are uploaded. Like all
Oh
you
wow.
like, there is a specific app that you can download even on the Switch that it's just an RPG Maker player, and so it's free. And so you just download it, and then you can download like games from the library like that is online, and you can play them. You just can't make your own games. So like
That's sick.
yeah, so I was hoping that that would be the case here, but it doesn't seem that way because we have to use codes. So I don't know, something tells me that Nintendo won't do that, but it'd be really cool if they did
Yeah.
because not everyone is
Good
going to buy
idea.
this because, they don't want a program, but they might want to try the games though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Well,
depending on like they literally if it would sounds like it's true, they're literally depending on like the Let's Play community to make things go like viral or something. And I don't think that's a good idea
Like with
necessarily.
Super Mario Maker.
Yeah, but Super Mario Maker you can actually like, find levels
Hmm.
from other people. So I don't know. It's kind of a tricky business. Like I don't know how they would. I just feel like it's not good business for them
Right.
to not have that.
Right.
Yeah. But we'll see.
It's
Maybe
big.
they'll lighten it up and then they'll decide to do it.
Hey, they'll lighten you up some Geometry Wars.
Oh, dude, I just saw Running Endless. Oh, dude, I'm so down to make an endless runner on this thing.
Yo, what? That's so sick. I
I
mean,
was looking at like the different types, like genres that you can make, like on the little mosaic that they have, and one of them says Running Endless, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
it looks like an Atari game.
Hmm. I'm down with that. Yeah, like a soccer game.
Oh, is that a Star Fox looking game? No.
We can make Star Fox on here.
Is that a Star Fox game? It is, right? The second row? The third picture, second row?
Oh no, it's a side scroll. It's a shmup.
Oh,
That
that's
one
so
they actually
cool.
show a picture. They actually show like a little video of that.
No gameplay on that one.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
And it-
pretty cool.
I wonder if there's a first person game because I can't wait that long for Metroid Prime 4.
Give up on it, Ryu. It's not
No.
happening.
No,
Next direct we have, they're gonna be like, we just canceled it.
this is all Johnny's fault. Any game Johnny gets hyped for,
Please
gets
understand.
delayed. Everything's
Yeah,
good.
please understand.
They're gonna bow on the camera too.
Gomendasai.
Well, we have a little more time before we hit an hour. Is there any others like topic you guys want to talk about really quick before we close out tonight's pod?
Didn't we have one more?
I didn't list
thought
it
we
on
did.
the thing.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, Epic
Oh.
versus Apple and the crazy.
We can get
Fortnite
to that
skins.
later.
Yeah, we don't have to talk
I mean,
about that today
I
because it's
think- I think-
ongoing. It's gonna
I
be.
think the dirty laundry that we're seeing, like all of the behind the scenes business stuff, is really interesting.
It's
we can talk about it
crazy.
later.
That's
It
my
is
reality show right
crazy.
there.
Gaming
Yeah, I
reality.
mean, what's can you just give us the quick gist of like Epic versus Apple, Chris? Do you know it?
Well, yeah, this was Epic essentially sued Apple for. Oh, actually, no, it was the other way around. So
Apple sued Epic, yeah,
this was several months ago.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
Epic for Fortnite in the in-app store, they had a promotion where if you buy the points through Apple, it's cost this much, and if you buy it directly through Epic, it costs
Costs this
30% discount or something like that, or 20% discount. And it was basically an attack because Apple doesn't allow you to do that. Apple needs
Yeah.
to take their cut.
Yeah.
They did that on all platforms. But Apple was the only one that they really fought. And then who sued who? Was it?
I believe
Apple?
sued Epic for doing that because it
And then
broke their
Epic countersued Apple.
yeah for
Anyway,
being for
they-
unlawful yeah.
Yeah, they've been fighting, and it's been like decades where Apple's taken 30% cut from pretty much everything. Like they own the ecosystem, and so if you're in there, they take 30% cut. It's crazy. Even if you're like subscribing to something, they take 30% of that subscription of Netflix or whatever. Crazy. And so Epic's like this is
even
this is-
Netflix.
this is
Yeah,
huge.
anything that
Yeah.
is purchased through the Apple Store, like
Yeah.
even if you go on
Yeah.
Netflix and you sign
That's
up using your
crazy.
iPhone, they get a cut.
I knew it was.
Damn.
Dang, that's crazy. I knew the apps
Yeah.
I knew the
apps,
apps,
app
but
installs, all that stuff. The
anything.
subscriptions are the
that's
crazy one.
crazy.
Mhm.
Anything
And-
on their platform.
Wait, so
and-
if you
so-
buy, if you're subscribed to it too, like every month, then they take 30%.
But it's if you initiate the subscription through the app
Through
versus
Apple.
through the website.
Yeah.
And so like a lot of things like Kindle, they don't let you purchase books through the app. They tell you to go to the website, which is that their workaround. But anyway, like a lot of companies hate how Apple's done this, but a lot of ecosystems do this. Google takes a cut, some of it's 30% as well. Epic, now they have their Epic Game Store. Theirs is low. I think it's about 12% of a cut. And through this big fight, a lot of the numbers and the money and how much people are paying for these promotions are being publicized. And so like Epic Game Store gives away free games every Tuesday. Literally I think it's Tuesday. Every week there's 1 or 2 free games. And they had to show how much they paid for each of those promotions. So the developers are getting like $100,000 for this promotion, and it shows how many downloads they got from it, how many new Epic accounts they got from it. And so it's really interesting, like business side stuff, to see if the indie developers are getting the best deal out of it, or if they're getting like a raw deal, and Epic's like, building their new ecosystem. But it's crazy. Basically, it's the Goliaths. It looks like Epic's the David in this fight, but it's a Goliath versus a Goliath fighting and airing these like business dirty laundry, and we're gonna essentially hopefully get the better end of it, because hopefully there will be better practices later. We'll see.
And
I mean, it's like it was bound to happen. Like, like
30%.
It's
right?
Come on, it was about to happen on both sides. I'm just like, Epic, you knew this was gonna happen.
One other thing I think for people interested in the industry, but like just gamers in general, there are some other cool leaks that have been publicized, like a whole deck of planned skins and collaborations for Fortnite. And we all know Fortnite's, like, aside from Smash Brothers, like the biggest collaboration game. And there were some stupid ones on there.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
Rock and Lady Gaga. Like,
some of these
they're
not confirmed. Some of these are just concepts, or like possible, like they want to try for it. Yeah, like pitches. And so like you're saying, like LeBron James, The Rock, Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande, like they have like a lot of like other things, and even some was just like pop star, like like we want to get some type of pop star in here. So like they have all this, but then I think the only reason why we want to bring it up is because they bring up other names like Naruto. Naruto was on his slides, and so is
that would fit the demographic perfectly,
and so is Samus Aran. So
freaking Samus.
Yeah,
that is crazy to me.
That probably got delayed too. Shoot.
Well, we don't even know if that's like if they got the rights from Nintendo, because this just looks like a bunch of these are just, it looks like we want this, because there's a lot of skins in here that actually ended up becoming skins, like Kratos and Master Chief, but then then there's the ones like Naruto and like Katniss Everdeen that isn't that isn't on here yet, so it's like,
also like if you guys remember, I think it was in Marvel superheroes where there was like they made like Zelda, Link skins, or like
it wasn't
Samus.
even a skin. It was Link and Samus like playable, because they originally wanted to have them playable for the Nintendo one or something.
And Nintendo found it disrespectful. Like you made this without our consent, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
you didn't ask.
Yeah.
It also we also learned that I think 47% of revenue or player base comes from PlayStation for Fortnite.
Oh wow!
And so that's such a huge majority compared to other consoles, that Sony can dictate a lot of the terms for the costs, and they can literally Epic's paying Sony if people use other consoles, because they're considering, as it's cannibalizing their own sales, that they're allowing the crossplay. So if we allow crossplay, we're losing PlayStation sales, so you have to pay for other consoles. It's like this really crazy deals. If you're interested, you should just like do a quick Google search. It's all public right now.
That's also interesting because Fortnite is a non-exclusive Western-made game, so it's surprising that it's Sony.
Dictating,
Well, I think it's because PlayStation was the first console to have Fortnite.
Perhaps. and it
No,
was
it was.
always free. So yeah.
Do you remember, Chris? Like when before Fortnite came out, I was at your house, and then I had mentioned because you guys were playing PUBG, and
Oh
I
yeah.
was like, nah, I'm gonna play this new game called Fortnite. They got a free download for this for the like I want to test this out, and so I played it, and you guys are like, nah, dude, PUBG, and then like
And
you know
PUBG doesn't. Fortnite doesn't have Blackpink though.
I mean it's true, but yeah, for Fortnite like ended up blowing up like like what I want to say like a year later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think PUBG tried to sue Fortnite too, right?
Yeah.
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 For the battle royale idea.
for the battle royale. I mean, if you guys want to, like, we're gonna close this off soon, but
Yeah, we'll close
there
it
is
off.
there's this game that that Nintendo also just announced. It's not a Nintendo game, but it's on this coming to the Switch. It's called Animal Battle Royale or something like that, or Animal Royale. It's so funny though. It's literally just think of like
Cutesy
it's called
animals.
Super Animal Royale. Yeah, so it's like cutesy animals in a top-down like battle royal game. It's
Shooting each
so
other.
yeah, shooting each other. Like you collect weapons and everything. So it's literally just think of like PUBG, but like cutesy and top down, like kind of like Zombies Ate My Neighbors top down, or like Super Smash TV top down. It's like
Oh,
that.
Super Smash TV. I actually thought that's how Rob got his name, was from Super Smash TV. I literally thought that, and then apparently he actually touched the TV.
Yeah, but it's a
No.
battle royal and you play online with other people. It's crazy. It looks actually pretty fun. I don't know if this game is free. Like they didn't
think
really
it
mention
is.
it. I hope it is, because if that's the case, I'm totally gonna get this. I'm so down.
Also, I don't know if it's out yet, but apparently there's a game coming to Switch about a turnip that's like it's a turnip that's avoiding taxes, like committing
yeah.
tax fraud, and like he's battling the IRS. It's a turnip platformer game or something. I don't know. It's like it's a top down turnip Zelda style game, and he's going full Yoshi on these bitches. Like it's nuts.
All right. Well,
Just in time. Yeah.
I think it's time that we close out tonight's pod. So thank you everyone for listening to us, and allow us to say our goodbyes. Ryu.
All right, because I went last, so now I'm going 1st.
Mhm.
I see how this is.
And we
Don't
learned.
pay your taxes.
Chris.
Goodbye, and go watch Godzilla vs. Kong, despite what these guys are telling you. It's good.
And
No,
Rob.
Keep snapping those photos of your favorite Pokemon.
And
That
for
was better
me-
dialogue than Sorry, go ahead.
And for me, your host, J-Playstar. Thank you, everyone, for listening to us. Be sure to follow us at Twitter at Metro King Radio, Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Hit that bell so you get notifications whenever we go live or upload videos. And hit us up on or follow us on Twitch at Metro Kingdom Radio 1. Download our podcast wherever you download podcasts, like at Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, Animal Crossing Pocket Casts. And yeah, so thank you everyone for listening to us. And until next time, we shall catch you on the Switch side.
Nope.
Rob, you forget that the exit doesn't have an exit video. We don't have an outro video. So you going no and standing up. Everyone still sees that.
You know what our outro song should be? Like that one song that's like da 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 hey da da da, and then like Rob does a Joker dance on the stairs.
I feel like you made this joke once before. Didn't he make this joke before? With
No,
the
it's a
same exact
Simpsons
song?
joke. It's a Simpsons joke,
okay.
so that's probably why